Medicine Foundation Pakistan came into being with the 2005 earthquake. We were initially, we provided relief to the earthquake victims. And since we were a bunch of doctors, it was all medical care. This then quickly converted into a full-time provision of healthcare to disaster-affected victims. And we expanded our operations from Balakot into different parts of KPK, Charsada, Gulbela, Agra, several places, currently of which we are now in Nowshera. We even extended our operations all the way down to Sindh, where we worked in Dadu. So initially we were a humanitarian service delivery program where we were providing quality primary health care. During our operations, one thing that came to our notice, which was repeatedly came up, was that women faced tremendous issues regarding their reproductive health and menstrual hygiene management. But in 2010, we decided to expand our services and we incorporated a research wing.
Real Medicine Foundation Research Wing has extensive collaborations with University of Alberta, Columbia University, Grow and Know and UNICEF on issues of gender, poverty and social exclusion in maternal and child health sector and menstrual hygiene management.
मैं स्कूल में थी और मुझे इरिटेशन महसूस हुई। फ्री पीरियड हुआ तो मैं वॉशरूम चली गई और जब मैं वहाँ गई तो मैंने देखा कि मेरे कपड़ों पर खून लगा हुआ है, तो मैं एकदम से परेशान हो गई। स्कूल के वॉशरूम भी साफ नहीं थे कि मैं वहाँ पर आराम से साफ सुथराई कर सकती। तब मैं बहुत परेशान और खौफजदा हो गई थी और मैं अपनी टीचर्स को भी नहीं बता सकती थी। पहले तो मैंने सोचा कि मैं टीचर्स को बता दूं, लेकिन फिर मैं डर गई। मैंने ये बात ना अपनी अम्मा को बताई ना ही अपनी टीचर्स को। मुझे ये समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि मेरे साथ आखिर ये हो क्या रहा है। मैं कई दिन स्कूल भी नहीं गई, मुझ में जरा सा भी कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं रहा और मैंने अपने दिल को ये समझा लिया था कि मैं अब कभी स्कूल नहीं जा सकूंगी।
It is highly under-researched that girls in Pakistan have insufficient knowledge about menstruation, have inadequate access to affordable sanitary materials, and experience high levels of fear and anxiety at menarche.
In Pakistan, you know, the reproductive health issues or MHM issues are the tabooed issues. So for that, we have to talk to girls in a way that they become very open to us. I myself spent a lot of time with the girls trying to open them up to talk about the issue, and it was quite a difficult task basically to go and talk to the girls and make them talk about their own experiences of menarche and pubertal issues which they have been facing in schools.
This feeling or this belief of being helpless will dictate long term in their lives how they behave and how they think. Ultimately, this makes them be weaker in there and more submissive and be dominated by the men or other women in their areas.
In a cross-sectional survey in Pakistan, 60% girls reported limiting their movements and avoiding socializing and religious practices because of menstruation. Among girls not in school, 79% did not use hygienic materials to manage menstruation, and many girls described poor nutritional intake due to misconceptions about foods that should be avoided during menstruation.
In each province, we selected schools in rural and urban districts, and we conducted the participatory activities with the girls in schools. These were qualitative, in-depth data collection techniques were used, and in which we spent a lot of time with the girls to try to make them comfortable, because this particular topic is something which needs to be for which girls are very shy and they don't want to talk about.
मैं चाह रही थी कि मैं खून छुपाऊं अपने घर वालों से। मैं बार बार कपड़े बदलती थी कि कहीं किसी को कुछ नज़र ना आ जाए, और पूरी रात मैं इतनी परेशान रही। मैं कमर के बल सोती रही कि कहीं खून का दाग बिस्तर वगैरह पे ना लग जाए। फिर सुबह जब मैं कपड़े इस्त्री कर रही थी तो अम्मी की नज़र पड़ गई और उन्होंने खून का दाग देख लिया और उन्होंने मुझसे पूछा कि क्या हुआ है, तो मैं रोना शुरू हो गई।
Given that menarche is jeopardizing young women's schooling and health in Pakistan, it is important to better understand the relationship between menstruation, education, and health and to address this knowledge gap by developing a girls' puberty book to promote young women's health and education during pubertal transitions.
If we really want that every girl comes to school and gets education, we have to focus on the wash facilities and the sanitation facilities in schools.
They have to be empowered with a knowledge base, they need to be given awareness and a very scientific way and a very neutral way of giving them this information. It should not be considered highly stigmatized or very secretive. It should be open, normal, maybe a school curriculum, maybe teachers could be taught to be there for the girls to for the menstrual health curriculum should be developed in schools.
आज मैं सोचती हूँ कि अगर मैं टीचर की मदद ना लेती तो आज मैं भी स्कूल छोड़ चुकी होती। लड़कियों को चाहिए कि वो अपनी बड़ी बहनों, कज़न्स और ख़ुसूसन तौर पे टीचर्स से बात करें, क्योंकि उस्ताद से बेहतर तो उनको कोई नहीं समझा सकता।
This project aims to achieve this important goal. It is hard to deny that young women's education has a very positive impact upon health, both at family and community level. Let's eliminate all barriers in women education, including girls' limited knowledge about menstruation and their capacity to deal with it.